anyone who actually pass out from the college, or let's say anyone who wants to start an agency or who wants to start a startup, what I strongly recommend is when they are working as an employee, they need to start doing some kind of freelancing, which they are very passionate about, which they have a very good skills and experience about. Let's say I'm working as an SEO expert in, let's say, X company. I should not start a restaurant. I should not start a web development company. So basically, I should start something where the corporate companies has paid me decent amount of income at least for 10 years.
I welcome you all for another fantastic episode of Founder Spotlight series on behalf of Tracxn, where we invite various startup co-founders to share their journey, some sort of insights, and advice to the youngsters who have startup dreams. Well, today with me is Mr. Ramkumar, who is the founder of Storytelling. Hi, Ramkumar, how are you doing today?
Yeah, going good. All are going good. Flowing with the flow, as always I say. That is the quote.
Great. I first of all welcome you on behalf of the Tracxn family, and thank you so much for making some time out of your busy schedule. Right.
Anytime. Yeah.
Well, my name is Supayan Dasgupta. I'm the host for today, and I'm heading the startup vertical over here. Now,
Okay.
let's get started with the entire interaction now.
Sure.
Right. My first question to you will be to start with, we would love to hear some sort of backstory about your startup, which is Storytelling. What was the psychology behind starting this company? Over to you.
Okay. So I'll structure it in such a way that what is the problem? What is the problem which I actually figured out in my initial days of my career? When I was so my entry level. So actually, I started as a software tester in Amazon. Of course, because of my sister's compulsion. But I didn't even like the software testing job. I just worked in Amazon for 6 months. Then I quit the job because I come to know my passion is not lying there. So 25,000 salary, software tester in Amazon. In the 7th month, I quit the job. Basically, my passion is into marketing. So my passion is actually into marketing. So I started figuring out how we can get into marketing. Then finally, with my sister's reference, I actually get into my sister's friend marketing job. So I started my career as an SEO. Then over a period of time, I come to understand that highest amount of market share in distribution. The first, the number one distribution is actually lies with Google. So 16% of search, 16 to 20% of search is actually happens in Google, and the next comes Baidu, and the third one is actually Instagram, But what I come to understand is majority of the startups at that point of time, and I'm talking about in 2015, majority of the startups, majority of the MSMEs, they don't even have presence when someone search about their product or service, be it be it edification queries or be it awareness queries or product evaluation queries, they're not coming up. I think just to summarize, I actually worked with Simplilearn, Upgrade, and Vedantu. Started as an SEO analyst and then moved on to head of digital marketing in Vedantu. So what one thing I realized is majority of the startups and MSCs, they actually want to scale their brand revenue through organically. They don't want to burn their money on paid ads. They don't want to burn money on out of home ads. Got it? Because if you see most of the brands, most of the funded startups right now, they are actually burning money on paid ads. Of course, their valuation is going up, and one fine day they are actually doing cost cutting. Got it? So I realized that this problem actually exists from MSMEs to even pre-IPO, even to established companies also. So that is the point of time I realized that why don't we solve this problem? So I stepped down, I moved from employee to a business quadrant. So then I started my own agency. Then that is the time the storytelling has actually born in 2022. So that is my brand right now. So storytelling is the brand name. So basically we help the SEO team, brand team, and PR team scale their brand recommendations and citations and brand credibility in ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity. So that is the problem which I am actually solving right now. And that is one of the core problem which most of the startups are actually facing.
Got it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what
I
got you
answered your
started.
question. I dragged a little bit, but I think I answered your
No, no,
question.
perfectly all right. Yes, yes. This forum is all yours. Yeah.
Okay.
One thing which I wanted to understand from your side, what is going to be very much exciting about your company in the next 12 months from now?
One thing. The one thing which is exciting for me is whatever the business that we do, right? Whatever the business that I do. See, I am a person. See, I have a different kind of a value system, which I have different kind of value system, which most of the founders has. See, I'm not a person who is very greed of making money. Of course, as a businessman, I should not tell that. But so I am a businessman who always wants to spend quality time with my family, and I want to balance spending quality time with my family, and I want to scale my business. I also want to solve problem majorly for the SEO teams and PR teams. But I should not sacrifice my quality time with my family and my with my. I have a 6 years old daughter, so I don't want to spend my quality time. So currently, like, what is that something which is exciting for me is the search is actually evolving from Google, and it is actually evolving to the AI, the AI recommendations right now. And the demand is actually more for SEO professionals like me. The general term of SEO is not search engine optimization, it is search everywhere optimization. See, I think once upon a time, it's print media and then TV media, and then slowly becomes digital media, and then the evolution came to social media, right? So when I say social media and TV, let's say if Shah Rukh Khan is actually endorsing, let's say i20, Ford i20, people will start buying it. But over a period of time, everyone knows that Shah Rukh Khan is not gonna you consume. It's not he doesn't even have Ford i20, right? They actually lose the trust with the celebrity ambassadors who is appearing in TV ads. And do you know who is the? I will ask you this question. Do you know who is the influencer? Do you know who are the influencers right now in the current media? Do you know that?
In terms of those car market you're talking about?
No. I'm asking, do you know, like, see, once upon a time, we actually trust celebrities, right? And then
Right.
we buy their products and services, whatever they endorse. And then
Mm-hmm.
comes the celebrities' recommendation as slowly people don't buy it, and it moved to the social media influences.
Right.
And
Right.
over a period of time, so we come to know that social media influencers, they're also they're also be a part of brand integrations and sponsorship. They're also spending their slot. They're also selling the slot for the brands, and they are basically they're actually doing brand integrations, right? So the trust is also got lost with influences. So the new influencer is not social media influencers. It is not even the celebrities also. The new influencer is ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, and Claude. You know why? Because today I actually searched top 5 email marketing platforms.
Mm.
Got it? Where the price range between, let's say, 5,000 to, let's say, 6,000 rupees per month. When I'm searching it, it is actually giving me 5 different recommendations. It is suggesting Zoho for Indian business. It is actually suggesting Mailchimp for better and easy usage.
Right.
So all the brand teams, they actually want their brand to get recommended in this AI search platforms. All the PR teams, they actually want to change the brand narrative in the AI search platforms, because all the Gen Zs are actually spending most of the times in ChatGPT. Because if I want to go for a saloon, I'll actually ask ChatGPT. I don't have time to go through TV ads. I don't have time to spend my time in Google, because I need to click like say 5 different blue links or 10 different blue links. I will just search top 5 hair salons which has 1,000 positive reviews and where the price range is between, let's say, 200 to 300 rupees. And that is what exciting me, because the actual search is happening in AI search results. And if you want to come up in AI search results, you need to have, as an agency, I need to have a very good relationship with journalists.
Right.
So I think like in my 9 years of time down the line, my daily, weekly, monthly job is all about connecting with journalists, providing the right story, and distributing the right story about, let's say, Upgrad, Vedantu, Unacademy, Simply Learn. That is my daily, weekly, monthly job. Not only my job, also my team's job. So I can able to leverage and compound it. So that is what excites me, because the future belongs to brands, agencies who actually have very good connections with journalists, so they can able to influence the AI search results by getting more number of editorial and sponsored placements. So I can able to get more number of editorial and sponsored placements, to get more number of brand recommendations and brand citations for any startups and MSMEs. And that is what excites me. So why it is excite me? Because the future belongs to agencies like me.
Exactly.
So that is why. So
Exactly.
it's not print media, it is not TV media, it is not influencer marketing agencies, it is actually the digital PR agencies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. Great to hear that. This June will mark the fourth anniversary of your company, if I'm not wrong. Right.
Yes.
So let me just take you back to 2022 when you just started, okay, storytelling. What was the first challenge that you remember, which was
I
very
actually
hard to?
started of course, I registered my GST in 2019, but
Okay,
technically I started my company in 2022 only.
22. Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
exactly. So when you started your journey back then, right, what was the first challenge that you remember was very difficult to handle? We would love to understand from your side.
I think one, it's not an advice. I think like maybe if I have known this thing before, maybe I have done this. I think
Okay,
one good thing what I did is, when I think anyone who actually pass out from the college, or let's say anyone who wants to start an agency or who wants to start a startup, what I strongly recommend is, when they are working as an employee, they need to start doing some kind of freelancing which they are very passionate about, which they are very which they have a very good skills and experience about. Let's assume that I'm running, let's say I'm working as an SEO expert in, let's say, X company. I should not start a restaurant. I should not start a web development company. I should not start a market intelligence company, or I should not start a brand agency. So basically, I should start something where the corporate companies has paid me decent amount of income at least for 10 years. That is the freelancing job I should took. And that is the good part I also did. When I actually work for
understood.
Vedantu, I have done freelancing. When I work for Simply Learn, I have done freelancing. Got it? So I have done
Got
freelancing. So over a period of time, I actually come to understand what works, what doesn't work. And I started learning sales. I actually started learning customer acquisition, how to attract the clients, how to engage the clients, and how to convert the clients. Through freelancing journey only I have learned it. But what is that something which I have didn't understood is, what is that something which maybe if someone have told in earlier, maybe I have 10x my agency. That is what your question also, right? So, so basically, marketing is, there are four types of marketing according to me. One is inbound marketing, that is, others come to you. The customers actually will search and they
right.
will then pick you. The other one is outbound marketing. The outbound marketing is nothing but your email outreach, WhatsApp outreach. Let's say you are running an event and you are going and approaching someone, right? Let's say in inbound, like let's say you have a stall and someone is coming and approaching you in the stall. That is inbound marketing. There are many types. And the fourth one is paid ads. So paid ads is nothing but you're running ads in Google, Instagram, Meta ads, LinkedIn ads. And the fourth one is partnerships, which I didn't even leveraged much. So partnership is nothing but brand collaboration partnership. It can be one affiliate partnership. It can be another kind of partnership. And the third one is reseller partnership, channel partner partnerships, like that. So, So let's assume that if I have let's assume that, see, my major target audience is brand team, SEO team, and PR team. Instead of running ads in Meta, which actually cost me a lot of money, I can able to collaborate with some other web development agencies. I can actually collaborate with some other uh, branding agencies who already has my customers, but they can't able to deliver my digital PR services. So that is something which I don't know in the initial days of time, because to acquire those customers, I no need to spend good amount of money like how I'm spending in ads. So I can directly outreach a founder of a brand agency or a CMO of a brand agency, and I can say that, see, boss, this is what I'm offering. This is the problem which I'm solving. And why don't you upsell this product? Anyways, you are actually making, let's say, 5 lakh rupees per retainer. By selling this digital PR services, you can add additional 2 lakhs. So instead of making, let's say, 5 lakh retainer, you can make 7 lakh retainer. That is actually a very good proposal for a brand team, because at the end of the day, their margins are also shrinking, right? Their margins are also shrinking. So if we can help them to increase their profit margin without doing any workload from their side, if we can help them to increase their average order value without adding any new payroll, cost, or without adding any new employees, without understanding the complexity of the sales, complexity of the operation. So what I majorly endorse is, if someone is starting initially they should start approaching their warm audience. That is the step one. They can know their friends, relatives, colleagues. That is where they should relate with, because that is where the trust is. And then comes slowly, they need to move from, and once they have done warm outreach, then they should collect the step two is they should collect video testimonials. Now, let's say, I'm not saying video testimonials of 100 different clients. They should collect video testimonials of, let's say, 3 to 5 brands. And the third one is, once you have the video testimonials in place, then you need to start collaborating with agencies who already has your customers. So even I also want to collaborate with the Tracxn, because my audience is also lies in Tracxn. So I'm also want to talk with you regarding like how we can collaborate with Tracxn, where I can able to add value for founders, co-founders, venture capitalists, and angel investors, because they also wants to scale their B2B revenue. They also wants to scale their brand recommendations in AI search results. So how I can able to help Tracxn's clients, and I can increase the average order value of Tracxn and increase the revenue of Tracxn without even taking up the workload. I think
Got
that
it.
is something, if I know this in the initial days, maybe I have grown faster.
Understood.
Of course, I'm
Understood.
happy with what I am right now. Uh, I'm happy with what I am having right now. I'm happy with what is the revenue which I am making right now. But I think this is something I'm calling it as a hack. So start with warm outreach, collect video testimonials, do a product market fit. Don't have, of course, you should have a passion on what you're offering, but you should do a product market fit. Maybe you like the product, maybe you like the solution, but the majority of the audience should like the solution, right? Or what you're offering. So you
Right.
have to do product market fit before scaling it up, before going for paid ads. Start with warm outreach and then move on to the brand partnerships. And once you start making recurring money, then you should reinvest that money into paid ads.
Understood.
That is the right way to scale.
Interesting. Quite interesting. In terms of fundraise journey, would love to understand from your side, in another 6 to 12 months down the line, are you also planning for any kind of fundraising for yourself?
To be frank, I don't have any plans to raise funds, because the reason is, my value system is I want to spend quality time with my family. Because when I start raising funds, there are higher chances that, of course, my valuation will go up. When I start raising funds, then I'm accountable for more number of investors, right? So I need to sacrifice my happiness also, little bit here and there. So because nothing comes easier in life, right? So we need to sacrifice, we need to leverage something to leverage to gain something. So as of now, I want to leverage my skill set, passion, my data, and my own capital, and the technology that is available right now. I think technology is keep on changing right now. I think we can have a lean team with larger capabilities. Right now, I think like there is a saying, right? There is a lot of saying is going on. Anyone can able to build $1 million company with only one person with a lot of AI agents, and that is true to a certain extent because I am also experimenting it. We no need to have more number of content writers and to create content. You don't need to have more number of conversion optimization specialists to increase conversion. You don't need to have more performance marketers to increase, right? When you don't have more number of employees, uh, I think like funding is something which is a according to me, it's my opinion. Maybe your opinion will be different. Uh, so my opinion is like if I go for more, I think before going for more funding, I actually want to test it out. Like for 1 to 10 million journey, sorry, for 1 to 5 million journey, I don't want to go for funding. Maybe after 5 million US dollars, maybe I'll be think about it. Yeah.
Makes
Even
sense.
even the venture capital is also, even the angels and the VCs also expecting the same thing. They also need to invest in a proven product, right?
Right.
Then only our valuation also will go up, or else like we can't able to have the terms. We can't able to dictate the terms to them. At least
Got
for up to 5 million US dollar journey, roughly 5 million US dollars is roughly coming around how much it is like uh, 450, 455 CR it's coming right now, I think, right? Sorry, I think 5 million is more than like
5
4,
million
40
is more than 40 crores. More than
crore, yeah.
40 crores. Yeah.
40 crore, we need to, I don't want to go for funding. Yeah.
Interesting. Quite an interesting insight that was. Now, just tell me this: how are you leveraging the AI into your ecosystem? Right, I'm sure you're doing a lot of things, right,
Okay.
in order to increase the visibility of your clients, right? Where do you see AI, the impact of AI in your ecosystem?
See, I think like in any, I think anyone, whether it is in business life or personal life, they can able to leverage five things. Uh, I think like in the industrial age, they actually have leveraged machines and people. I think in information age, they actually leverage data. Data, what I mean is information or internet, whatever it is. So we can actually leverage five things. The first one is capital. So the first one is people, and then data. Third one is capital. Fourth one is technology. Fifth one is media. So it's all about like what is the first one which we are going to leverage. That is where the matters a lot. So what is the first thing which I can able to leverage is I can able to leverage my skill set first, right? Because I born with a skill set. Not I born with a skill set. I think like once we quit the job, once we quit a job from the corporate, let's say after 10 years, we definitely will come up with a specific skill set, right? After 10 years of corporate experience, or let's say 7 years of corporate experience, definitely we come up with a skill set, correct? It can be marketing, it can be sales, it can be finance or whatever, HR or operations, whatever. So the first leverage is like I have a specific skill set. With that specific skill set, I can able to trade X amount of time, X amount of effort. With AI, what one thing I come to understand is if we have a specific skill set on a specific domain, we can able to leverage AI in a much more effective way if you don't have an experience on that particular domain. That is what I understood.
Got it.
So what I did is I had a chance to work with McKinsey.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a chance to work with McKinsey. When I had a chance to work with McKinsey, I come to know how they actually do market research. I studied in my perspective. So then I created a prompt library after this Claude evolved a lot. So how I am using AI is step one, I actually do a market research within 10 minutes. Yeah, I think the McKinsey level, not a McKinsey level standards, but at least the next to the McKinsey level standards, I can say. So I'll be getting the demography, psychography, fear, frustrations, pain, solved problems, unsolved problems of each and every target audience, persona. Okay. So I actually create market research within 10 minutes, which actually the most of the consulting firms actually takes 1 month of time. And
Right.
we need to pay at least like 1.5 CR of money. So within 10 minutes, by using Claude subscription that is cost of let's say $20, I can able to do market research. Step one. Step two is I can able to create all my cold outreach sequences of email, WhatsApp, LinkedIn through Claude. Step two. This is how I devised. And the third one is I use Flexi funnels to create a landing page. I use Flexi Funnels because they have an AI functionality to create a landing page. I can create an opt-in page, I can create a sales page, I can create an order page or a thank you page. That is step 3. Step 4 is if you have a lot of budget, you can run ads. If you don't have if you have a very small budget, you can actually do LinkedIn outreach using a sales navigator. You can able to outreach, let's say, some 800 people. That is how I'm actually like leveraging right now. Since I have some funds, I also started running ads right now. So just to summarize, I'm using AI to do market research, to build the funnels. I mean the marketing funnels, and to build the cold email, the cold outreach sequences, including email, WhatsApp, and the cold call. In fact, like one interesting thing is, let's say for a particular cold call, what are the positive replies will come, and what are the negative replies I can expect from a prospect. And for each and every positive reply, what I should address for. If there is a negative reply, I'm not interested. Can you call me after 10 minutes? I'm busy with a board meeting. What to reply? Everything Claude can able to give if you ask the right prompts. So to ask the right prompts, you need to upload the market research, which actually is a 5,000 words of content. So then only it will actually work. Without market research, if you upload, Claude also don't have enough insights, right, to give you the right cold outreach sequences, because it doesn't even understood your target audience persona. Without understanding a target audience persona, how does it know what is the right reply, what is the negative reply, how to address the negative reply, how to address the positive reply, how to create a landing page funnel, which actually can gives you very good conversion rate. So what I strongly recommend to most of the startups, freelancers, and agency owners out there is make use of Claude, but when you're using Claude, make sure that you have done the market research. When I say market research, you should have the ICP. You should know your ideal customer profile 360 degree. When I say 360 degree, you should know your customers than they know about themselves. Once you have I think it's something like a biryani masala. If you have the biryani masala of Meghna Biryani, I think you are in Bangalore, right? You know Meghna Biryani.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you have the masala of Meghna Biryani, you can easily able to prepare chicken biryani or mutton biryani or paneer biryani, right? So to succeed in marketing or to succeed in a very good product, market research is something like a masala of a biryani.
Absolutely.
Yeah, without having the right masala, if you are skipping the masala preparation and you're directly working on preparing the actual biryani, the biryani doesn't comes well. You can't able to satisfy your target audience. Lot of mistakes will happen. Your customer acquisition cost will go up. Your conversion rate will be very low. Your creative sucks in Google Ads, Meta Ads, like that. Yeah. So
Right.
that's my, I can say that is my takeaway.
Got it. That's very insightful, Ramkumar. My last question for today will be, since you have been using Tracxn for the last few months, right? How did you leverage the database which was part of this access, which has been given to you? And where do you see yourself using the database of Tracxn in another 6 months down the line?
I will say like the before journey and after journey. Sorry, I tell you the post journey. Sorry, the past journey and the future journey. How the journey I want to keep it. So basically, I'm making use of Tracxn in 3 different way. Maybe, of course, Tracxn has lot to offer, but how I am using it is in a very limited way. That itself is actually helping me a lot, to be frank. See, one is so my major I am actually have 2 different offers. One is I actually help the B2B sales team and marketing by providing their ready to buy customers based on signal intent technology. So let's say example, if there is a job post, let's say for a Flipkart logistics manager, then I can come to understand that there is something is happening in logistics. Let's say example, if Ad Factors PR is actually hiring a PR agency, a PR specialist, that means they're looking for some PR, right? So these are called as social listening. I think you're getting it right, what I'm saying.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I don't know how to segregate, how to find the B2B companies in different sectors. So Tracxn has actually helped me in understanding what are all the different B2B sectors are there.
Okay.
And in each and every sector, what are all the companies are coming under that? Let's say example, I found Elastic Run. Elastic Run is one of the B2B company in logistics. I found Elastic Run. I approached them. and talks is in place. I found majority of the companies who is a part of B2B through
Right.
Tracxn. That is a good thing. That is one use case which I actually that is one use case which is Tracxn was very helpful. And another use case is like I actually help. I want to know the what are the loans, what are the active loans, and what are the loan status of different banks, and
Okay.
I mean the B2B commercial loan.
Hmm. Right.
Uh,
Right. Right.
so that is something it was very helpful. And the third one is majorly. I think the Tracxn support team is also very helpful. Of course, I'm not of course, I'm not didn't even got any affiliate commission to say this from Tracxn. I'm telling it from my heart. Yeah, to be frank, I can able to understand who are all the B2B companies on each and every sectors, and I can also get to company what are the latest deals which is happening around, and who are the ones which actually got funding
Got
yesterday,
it.
day before yesterday, this week, last month. That actually helps me to understand who actually has the willingness to pay and who has the ability to pay,
Right.
who has the
Purchase
urgency.
power. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who has the urgency to pay. I think like when someone have got funding, at
Right.
least they actually took 2 months of time to scale, right? Because they got funding, they need to spend money somehow. Where they can spend money on hiring, they can spend money on marketing, they can spend money on what sales.
Right.
So that is where I comes into play. So that is how Tracxn helps me in understanding the prospect stages.
Right.
That's why I am using Tracxn. I don't know I'm using Tracxn in the right way or not, but this is what the use
No,
cases which
absolutely the right way. You're actually using it for your own market research. This is what I can understand, right? For your
yes.
own market research, for identifying the right set of prospects for your
Maybe
business.
Tracxn can be used even in different ways also. Maybe I think like I need one more round of connecting call with Kavita. I think. Let's
Oh,
see.
absolutely. We will be glad to do that with you one more time. Should not be a problem,
Sure.
right? Great talking to you, Ramkumar. Thank you so much for making some time out of your busy schedule. That was
My pleasure. My
fantastic. It
pleasure.
was
Yeah.
a fantastic session. And I'm sure our virtual listeners will identify a lot of insights coming out of your mouth, right, over the last half an hour, right?
Also,
Uh,
tell me when we can able to collaborate, so I can able to increase your conversion
oh,
rate and perceived
absolutely.
value.
Absolutely.
I
We will.
mentioned that in the video also.
Absolutely. Very
We can.
soon we will get into it, right? And of course, we will come back in another 6 to 8 months down the line with some covering some more successful stories of storytelling, right? Because
Sure,
I'm
sure.
pretty sure another 6 months to 12 months down the line, your company will be even more bigger, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What
I majorly, my major satisfaction lies in I actually want to hire more number of people from tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Of course, I give more importance in hiring. Of course, I actually want to have a split, let's say 40% or 50%. I want to hire women's, and the
correct?
remaining 50% I actually want to hire men because women is actually underutilized in our society, in
Very
our
true, very true.
economy. So I actually want to like activate. I also want to have a win-win collaboration by hiring more number of people, because when we start hiring more number of people, when we start offering salaries to those people, when their life is changing, of course the client's problems is another side of the story. But to deliver the solution which actually solves the problem for the client, I think employees matters a lot, right? So we need to take care of them also very well. So I'll make sure that everything will be taken care, and I'll also scale my revenue also by scaling my team, and I think we can have another success story also with you.
Absolutely. Great talking to you. Have a great journey ahead. I wish you and your company a great success. Please take care.
Thank you, Supayan. Yeah, bye.